So this is something I've been talking about for quite a while, and it looks like it's starting to maybe come to fruition a little bit. LNG sticker shock sends Europe scrambling back to domestic gas. Now, what is going on? Well, LNG is expensive. That is what is going on. And I've talked about upward pressure on prices for natural gas in the United States being caused by increased LNG exports for a long time. But it's also expensive over there. And many countries in Europe now are seeing the highest electricity prices in the world, the highest electricity prices they've ever seen, 33, 34 cents a kilowatt hour in many countries. And, for a while they were blaming it on renewable energy. Now they're blaming it on LNG. And it's really pretty simple. It's really pretty basic. You can't take a product that you need to be cheap, produce it in one part of the world, completely transform it, and then ship it in a completely unnatural state to another part of the world, and then transform it back to what you need and expect it to remain cheap. That's just not a thing. It never has been. Now look, I'm not opposed to LNG. I am opposed to the amounts of LNG that the United States wants to export, because that will just be another business, another billion-dollar industry that is further subsidized by American taxpayers paying ridiculous amounts for natural gas and electricity, because we're literally harming our own supply and inventory in the United States by selling it at a premium to countries around the world. That's the problem I have with LNG. And now European countries are saying, you know what? We don't want to pay that either. Maybe we should start drilling some more of our own natural gas. That is because with very high electricity prices in Europe, what becomes of that is somewhat of a deindustrialization of the country. Industry can't afford to operate in areas where electricity prices are through the roof. Are you listening, United States? Are you listening, United States of America? What do you think is going to happen to industry in the United States if you continue to allow corporations to manage the grid? They're trying to get the most money they can, and so is that industry. Those things don't match up. I'm sorry, they don't. So European nations are looking on ways that they can produce more of their own natural gas. Not that they're going to get completely off LNG, especially from the United States, but having more of their own in inventory would drive down prices and would cut into the profit margins of all of these LNG terminals that we have built into the United States by a lot. This was always the thing that was always going to happen. And what I want to see next is how the Trump administration tries to talk him out of it, because he will. And that's because fossil fuel companies in the United States have invested hundreds of billions of dollars in LNG, with plans to invest hundreds of billions of dollars more, all on the premise that Europe was going to abandon fossil fuels, while at the same time, they themselves was claiming nobody can afford to do that. I guess we'll see how this shakes out. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section. Really appreciate all my new followers and subscribers. Please like and share if you don't mind. Thanks.